is day 5. This is the first day she's really come out from underneath that heater. Spent a lot of time still and not really swimming, breathing well, but not swimming. Not much fin movement at all for the first 3 days. Eating and coming out and swimming like this to eat, but then going right back and being still. It's about 3 days that this was day 5, and this is the first day that she's out swimming, actively looking maybe to try to get out. So this is the resting behavior I've seen for the past 5 days, and I just wanted to capture this because it's probably going to be the last time I get to catch this on video. But after the surgery, for the first 3 days, this is how the fish remained, almost still but breathing. And on the second and third day, came out for food, swam no problem. Okay, so just study this camera here. This is a day 11 update. That is the female Florida flagfish that I operate on. It's doing very good. I'd say pretty much fully recovered. I damaged the fish's tail, trying to check to see if it was out or not. And I don't want to put it back in the community tank where there might be external parasites that might try to latch onto that wound. So I'm just going to leave it in this little 2.5 gallon until that fin's healed up completely. But I'd say this is the end of the recovery as far as the surgery goes. I'd say the fish is alive and well. Days 1 through 3 were pretty rough. The fish was still and not moving, but breathing, just kind of, recovering underneath that little heater. I used the catappa leaves and Pimafix. I added about 4 drops of Pimafix every time I did a water change, and I did a water change about 60% once a day. I think day 4 I did it twice in one day. And then also I did end up using the bio bandage. So what I did was I added 1 drop per 2.5 gallons, this amount, each time I did a water change as well. So it was the 4 drops of Pimafix and the 1 drop of bio bandage, plus the leaves, and that combined with the water changes, it accelerated everything pretty rapid. The fish recovered pretty quickly. I was able to start feeding the fish on day 2, and on day 4 it pretty much stopped the resting behavior, and day 5 was the last day that did it. Now it just goes back there to hide from me if I'm a little too rough around the tank. I added a bubbler in the tank just to maybe provide a little more cycled water in a tank. This is a used filter from another tank that I borrowed, just so that I always wasn't cycling out tap the whole time. And that was pretty much it. I did also add the Stress Coat Plus, and basically I added like about 1.5 ml, so like 3 drops of Stress Coat Plus along with the water changes to dechlorinate, and also provide some aloe for the fish. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Shout out to Dr. Lowe, the fish doctor, on his channel. If he hadn't posted his videos, I would have had very little to go on, and he was definitely a big help. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna kill the air here and feed the fish, show you the fish is eating well. Let's get this in here. As far as feeding, what I've been doing is been feeding brine shrimp one day and bloodworms 2 days after that, and sticking with that pattern. And then basically what I'll do is I'll feed before the water change, and then I'll give the fish, 2 or 3 hours of whatever's just chilling there at the bottom of the tank. I'll usually put in like 4 or 5 bloodworms, more than the fish can eat, just so that there's no lack of food for the fish. And then it just gets sucked out when I do the water change. And I try to keep the air on low during that time frame. Like it's on a valve right now, and what I'll do is I'll just kick it on like this much, so that the bacteria in the filter is still doing its thing, but the current is stalled enough so that those worms don't, or the brine shrimp don't go flying around. And just let her eat, and then I'll come back maybe in like 2 or 3 hours and do a water change, and then I'll kick the air back on, and that's that. So that's been the routine, and I think I did a good job, and I hope that it helps other people. And if you got a fish with a tumor that's not on a vital organ, that's growing on a fin or something like that, hopefully my video will help you out. I had a bit of a problem getting a cut because of the location, but the tools I use is all you need. And really, if it was something on the outside of the body, you could kind of do it in reverse and grab with those tweezers and cut with the knife, as opposed to the other way around. I was able to work out most of that tumor just from that first pinch, and I think that's most important. If you're really trying to get something that's in a tricky place like that, you gotta get behind it before you do anything. Unfortunately, when I got behind the one that I grabbed and started pinching it, it ended up bursting and not coming out as cleanly as I would have liked. But I think I cauterized what was left, and that last little cut that I made was some sort of tissue that it was attached to. So all in all, I feel pretty good about things, and I hope it helps to provide a different area and a different result. And if you're going to do this, I hope that it helps, that this video helps, and I encourage you to try to look at as many videos as you can, and be careful. Be careful. Okay, thanks for watching. Okay, so it's been about 41 days since the surgery. Right now the fish is sleeping. See if I can't get this camera up nice and close. Just gonna have a look at the gills. Let's see here. It's a little difficult to make out, but all went well. Everything is good. This is the same fish. I don't know if I can make out that little bit of tail damage that was left, but there was a spot there that was kind of coming out on the fins, but basically it's come all back. So fish is totally healthy, totally healed up, and ready to go into its home. So we get the fish netted and into a cup, and then get it in a new tank and end the video. So yeah, try to wake the fish up here a little bit. Yeah, wakey. Alright. Let's see about getting the fish netted here. Obviously nice and healthy now. Ready to fight. Wants nothing to do with this. There you go. All right. Oh. Tough fish. Okay. All right, in the cup she goes. This camera here. Bring it over to the new tank. This is my 120 show. They sold a lot of my grass that was made up a lot of my foreground, but I just kept most of my plants. The sandfall is off at the moment, but let's just see if I can get this camera just right here. All right. So there she is. And there's her sister right there. So we get them reintroduced now. All right. She goes. And there's sister checking her out. What's up? Back from the dead. That stress right there will go away. That's just from the move. But how about that, huh? Oh, we're gonna lose her. See if I can't get the, see they're already schooling together. How about that? See if I can't get the gill zoom down here. It's hard to get underneath, but I think you can make out there's no trouble there. All right, I'm gonna call this a success.